everybody, we're back to the skiff today. Want to work on getting the bottom painted. You can see that I've actually primed in this, ready to go. All my sanding finally paid off. It's not perfect, but I think it's come out pretty good. What we're doing today is I'm going to be working to get the bottom paint on the boat so that I can flip it and start working on the interior. So I'm super excited about that. But I thought it'd be fun to show you a technique that I learned from Lou from Tips with a Shipwright, or Tips from a Shipwright, that I thought was pretty clever. And a lot of people, whoever's painting a boat, I think will find this pretty handy. So if you come over here, basically the water line is a level line, you know, as if the boat's floating in the water. The instructions of the boat, I could measure each frame and get the dimensions of each frame where it is, but I built it so it'll be a little bit off from the dimensions, and you know, it'll sort of weave up and down. There could be a lot of math to this, but I've learned this tip is pretty cool. So basically what you do is you go back to the line on the transom back here. This is where the water line as the boat is. Now the boat has been perfectly leveled, both sideways and front to back. So the boat, as it's sitting in the water, it should be floating level as it is. So then I've marked that line. Now how would we make sure? Obviously the hull kind of dips a little bit or if the boat was right side up, the bow kind of rises up a little bit. So we need a level line, and it's hard to do that with a boat that's meeting. So what you do is you set up, what we have is, I guess I'd call it a story pole. I don't know really what the correct term is for, but I'm using the boom from my sailboat, and this dimension here is the same dimension. The top of this boom here is the same dimension if we went to the back as it is where that mark is on the stern of the boat. And so once we've set that, it happens to be 35 inches, and I leveled that across onto both sides. And now watch this cool little trick on how to get a level line. This doesn't need to just be for new boat building. This could be for anybody that's painting the bottom of a boat, especially this time of year. So it's kind of a neat trick. So hopefully I'll have some success here. Luke almost tripped and fell, kind of funny. So we're putting the tape here, all right at that mark. And now I'm gonna go back, get my full extension of my tape. I'm a little tight on room here, but so now I'm going to take this tape and I'm going to drag it. I don't care about the boat. I'm going to just drag it across that, the best I can, across that level line. Now you can see, if you're looking at the other boat end, what that's doing is it's causing the tape to sit flat on the hull. And I'm going to keep dragging it on that line, and my hand is not perfect, but I'm trying to do the best I can, and boom, there's our, let's take a look at that. I might need to do it a couple times because my hand isn't that steady, but you can see now the top of that line is the butter line, but you see how that naturally takes a level line on that hull? Even though it looks curved on the hull, that should be a level flat line if I follow this curve. So that's how I'm establishing the bottom line on this boat. So I'm going to do that once or twice just to make sure I've got it right. And then we're going to start applying some paint on the bottom of this boat.